So y'all remember Blox cards, right? I made Welcome to Blox, Roblox Welcome to Blox cards, Staryside Up, Did I do Staryside Up? Is Staryside Up even on here? I am not sure. But you remember that card game, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna get to the newer version. Anyway, so that intro out of the way, hello everybody, I am Starry Z, Starry Day, whatever you want to call me, and welcome to Staryside Up, where I talk about anything I want to talk about, unscripted, mostly in one take. I sometimes do multiple takes, but I still try to get my point across, so expect a lot of bias, a lot of saltiness here and there, and try to say my own personal point in things. So I'm gonna mess up saying the name of this game a lot. The game we're talking about today is Kaijuro card game. I just found it today, and I just want to say it is actually fun. Like, genuinely, this is yet another fun card game on Roblox. We need more card games on Roblox, and I don't mean just Yu-Gi-Oh! Or copy-pasted something. I want more things like blocks cards in this card game. Maybe more balanced in this game, but still games like this game. Also, the game recently exploded kinda. Since it's getting recommended to a lot more people, well, as of the day I'm starting to record this, a lot more people are finding the Kaijuro games, because there's the Kaijuro card game and also the Kaijuro Battlegrounds. I haven't played Battlegrounds yet, so I may do a video on that in the future for first impressions, but right now we're talking about the card game, because I like card games. You cannot tell me what to do. So I'll just straight up say it, again, I absolutely love this game, right? It's charming in its own way, it has a unique art style, and genuinely it is fun. Again, not the most balanced game, but fun, and I think that's what's important in a game. So, let's talk about why it's fun. So the thing about Kaijuro that makes it different from other card games is how fast some matches go and how different the card game is from other, well, card games. As in Pokemon, you have to defeat the other Pokemon by either getting rid of all the Pokemon on their bench, and I think even the prize cards has something to do with it. I don't know, I haven't played Pokemon in a long time. Or with Yu-Gi-Oh! Draining the opponent's life point all the way down to 0. Or Magic the Gathering, however the fuck you play Magic the Gathering, I have no clue. And blocks cards, where you just have to attack the opponent repeatedly by using your cards to summon stronger cards. Kaijuro is played differently. The main goal of Kaijuro is to make sure your attack power is higher than the opponent's attack power. After 3 turns, you can initiate a war, and whoever has more attack power by the end of the war, bam, you win, you take away 1 shield. If you attack the opponent when they're at 0 shield, they lose. If they attack it when you're at 0 shield, they win. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? No. Because you also have different deck types, different abilities, different etc, different deck strategies, different things that players do. And also you have to deal with fire decks. Oh my god, I want to burn myself in hell because of the fire decks. The gameplay you're seeing right now is me using my light deck. Basically just light monsters and stuff like that. The main goal of my light deck is to bring out as many defender cards as possible. Defender cards is basically direct ability to another card. So if you have a defender card with 1000 attack, and you have like a really strong card, 10,000 attack, and that card's getting targeted, activate your defender, the 1000 attack goes down instead to 10,000, and you have a stronger lead. But also, my defender cards also buff other cards and can receive buffs from other cards, so that's the whole reason I like playing a deck. It's honestly really fun. The game has a pretty simple way of balancing. It's not really the best way of balancing. Like, some cards are stupidly overpowered, like this one. But basically how balancing works is, at the start of the game, you get 3 cards. That's it. You have a deck of 10, but you can only draw 3 cards. And out of those 3 cards, you can only summon 1 per turn unless it's one of those quick cards. I forget the name of that. So you play a card, then your opponent plays a card, then you play a card, etc, etc. Goes on. You can use abilities, do whatever, just as long as you or your opponent beats the other, that's all that matters. Whoever wins, the next turn, they draw 1 card, while the opponent who loses gets to draw 2. So in other words, losing can be a strategy, where, yes, I know that sounds a little weird, but allow me to explain. So if you lose, since you draw 2 cards, you can basically fill up your hand faster, even though the max 5, so I wouldn't recommend it doing too much. But you can draw more cards, get more powerful cards, and then make a counterattack on your opponent, leading to faster victories, just deciding when to attack and when not to attack, when to release your strongest cards, when not to, when to trust your deck and when not to. Oh, and speaking of deck, let's talk about another thing I really like about this game, which is the deck building. Now, deck building in this game is much different than other games, where instead of just having, oh yes, you must have this amount of cards in order to play, go nuts. Here, it's kind of built different, so you don't have the most overpowered, strategicized deck ever built. Because now, there's also numbers connected to the card. Now, these don't seem like much at first. You're like, oh, these must be costs for the card. And you're right, that's the cost for your deck. You see, you can have a cost of 45 or 25 in your deck. I have completely forgotten, and I am not going to go back to check because I am really tired and I'm just going to one-shot this. In other words, you have to balance your deck between strong and weak cards so you don't cap out the numbers or the cost for your deck. Because if you have a higher cost than the deck lets you, then oopsie daisy, you have to put out some of those stronger cards and put in some weaker cards. Otherwise, you cannot play with that deck. And I kind of like it. It's kind of decent. It makes you think about a little hard about what cards to add into your deck and what not to, and it lets you experiment more with what works and what doesn't, at least. Now again, since I've only tried light, I am not an expert in all the other deck types, but from what I can see, light is more defense, fire is more attack, and dark is just getting rid of opponent's cards, so you have the stronger cards on top. That's basically all I can say. So yeah, that was Staryside Up, Kaijuro card game. Again, this is just a short video. Yeah, yada yada. Say what you want about it. It's just a quick video I wanted to make about a card game I recently found and want to talk about. Maybe I'll make more videos on it in the future. No promises though, because we all know how that went with blocks cards. Jesus Christ. So yeah, last thing I have to say is just leave a like, subscribe if you like the video. Yes, I said subscribe if you like the video, because I'll do more Staryside Ups in the future if this gets attention. And I will see you all later, after I pass out.